Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive into a message for the Divine Feminine Collective with an energy update to see what's been happening on your journey with your Divine Masculines, okay? Because the message I'm getting is your ability to walk through the darkness has your Divine Masculine really inspired. And I feel like there's been a lot of transformation around how they view you as their Divine Feminine counterpart. And I feel like many of them are awakening at a rapid pace, okay? And why it's happening so rapidly is because I feel like their energy levels, it's like, when you have to hit rock bottom in order to make a change? That's what I'm getting. A lot of them have reached that place of hitting rock bottom. And the only thing that they can think about in this very dark place is the Divine Feminines. I feel like in this dark place, the only light that they're able to see that shines brightly more than anything else is the Divine Feminine's energy, okay? So a lot of them are having a lot of deep reflection happening. I feel like they could be experiencing a lot of like hermit energy, hanged man energy. They're being flooded with a lot of thoughts from the past, okay? I feel like a lot of them see you as the strength card, okay? Having to just go through all kinds of changes and transformations, but you came out alive, or you came out even better, or you came out thriving, and many of them have been paying attention to this over the years. That's what I want to let you guys know. They've been paying attention more closely to your journey than you realize, and I feel like things are now catching up with a lot of your Divine Masculines in their karmic situations. It doesn't always have to be a relationship. It could be work, it could be addictions, it could be certain environments that have been holding them back, any area of their life where they have not been showing up authentically because they've been so concerned with validation from others is a karmic lesson, okay? Because our goal is to really come here and live authentically, tap into our purpose, kill it, and then go back home, okay? Not to get distracted by karmic shit. So many of your masculines are waking up and they're learning from you. Like, they've really learned to see that all of the things that you were experiencing, right down to eliminating crowds, unnecessary social circles from your life, has actually been one of the biggest assets to success on your journey. And I feel like a lot of them could be like feeling really vulnerable around you, okay? Many of them are going to be really silent. A lot of you could notice a lot of changes as well in your masculine's demeanor, their mannerisms, where there is a deep level of profound trust and respect for the Divine Feminine Collective, okay? It's almost like they're bowing down, forehead touching the ground, to your feet, because of how much they've realized the significance of how Divine Feminine energy plays a huge role in helping to fuel the Divine Masculine's purpose. Okay, I feel like the love and the romance, it was just the surface. It was just like the surface level stuff. Now a lot of your Divine Masculines are getting into the deeper meanings of why they've always been sexually drawn to you, why they've always been romantically drawn to you. Those things just served as a purpose to keep their attention, okay? Now is a time where many of them are saying, I really need to have self-control and take all of those lines of connection to the Divine Feminines and shift them this side and really focus on like what it is I can learn from the Divine Feminine. Okay, many of them are in a place of like, when the student is ready, the master will appear. Okay, I feel like a lot of your Divine Masculines are paying attention to you. A lot of you could feel very detached from them as well, because you're meant to serve as a teacher, a guide right now, Divine Feminines, okay? That's why the universe has purposely caused separation, but in the most amicable way between you two, okay? So the Divine Masculine may not have romantic access to you. They may not have access to wooing you or sweeping you off your feet. There's no illusions around that, okay? I feel like many of you do not want to be swept off your feet. You do not want to be wooed by your Divine Masculine, because you are sitting in your own divinity. It would take a lot for you to wake up from meditation now, okay? So you're really serving now as a guide to your masculines, okay? So let's see how they see you at this time. Okay, so the mirror, how fitting, okay? So I'll just show you guys the image here. She's so beautiful, okay? And it says here, know thyself, self-examination, and seeing who you really are. Okay, so you're serving as a mirror to your Divine Masculines right now, and that's why I feel like the image is so important, because they really cannot get to you at this time. because you're sitting in your divinity, and there's no way until they can match that vibration. They know that there's no access to you. So this is a deep time of self-examination for your divine masculines. When I say that you guys are sitting in your purity and divinity, many of your masculines are realizing that like their spiritual energy has to be clean in order to sustain connection to you. Without connection to you, divine feminine, many of them are suffering. And I mean that in every area of their life. Like their work suffers, their creativity suffers, their purpose. It's like they can't function or focus when there is a direct disconnect between you two. I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are in a place of just trying to make things right. They could be flooded with a lot of dreams, thoughts, feelings, especially just right out of the blue. It'll just kind of be swept up on them about how much they've put you through before you went through this deep transformation to be where it is you are now. I feel like many of them are feeling a lot of deep regret for the way that they may have used, abused, misused, just the way that they would have handled your feminine energy when maybe you were going through your own transformation. They feel so guilty that they were so careless with you. A lot of your divine masculines feel like they should have been there to protect you or keep you safe in some way. And many of them are feeling like they're questioning that. What does it mean to protect? What does it mean to provide? What does it mean to step out of like abusive energy? Because I feel like many of them know that through interacting with your energy, there's a lot of shame associated with, I feel like the viciousness of how it is they truly feel, towards the divine feminines. I feel like you have come through and you've helped your divine masculines to heal this. Okay. And that's been like a deep, dark secret that many of you might have had to experience with your masculines. Just the way that they've had this level of haste or disrespect or superiority over feminine energy. Many of them are realizing that they've had this whole thing all wrong. You hold the power, divine feminine, and they are so terribly sorry that they ever abused it in any way. Because believe me, they are experiencing a lot of the karmic repercussions now. Whew, that was a mouthful. I wanted to get that out without losing my breath. I'm going to get a goddess card as well for the divine feminines. And I want to get a message of light and protection over you as you mirror your divine masculines right now. Because as you mirror them, many of you may have eyes on you also, okay? Because I do see that because your masculines are now going through a deep transformation, they're very protective over like this connection with you. Like many of them are starting to realize like they I don't know, like I'm hearing throw you under the bus. A lot of you have been the talk of the town. You've been the center of gossip. I feel like all of that is just dissolving now because the truth is coming up that you are this goddess. Oof, love it. This is you stepping into your divine dark goddess feminine energy. And I feel like a lot of you, because Kali reminds me of like burning and she reminds me of death. So I feel like a lot of you have really burned the gossip. Many of you have really burned through a lot of the fingers that were pointing at you, laughing at you on this journey. A lot of you had to face a lot of criticism for this connection with your divine masculine. Okay, especially from their community, seeing you as, they didn't understand Kali energy, and that's what you were giving. Oh, now they understand Kali energy very, very well. Because you're serving as a divine purpose. I feel like many of you are setting an example for your divine masculine, and a lot of you may not realize it, but a lot of the women in your divine masculine's life are looking at you as, wow, what a divine feminine. You're waking up the divine feminine energy in a lot of women in your divine masculine's life. Their mothers, their sisters, their cousins, whoever, whatever feminine energies are in your divine masculine's life. You are a spotlight, divine feminine. Everybody knows about you. And you, divine feminine, are awakening true divine feminine energy, even within your divine masculine's community of feminines, okay? Kali is about endings and beginnings, okay? So the old must be released so that the new can enter. So I do feel like for a lot of you, there's no more showing up as like, nice and overly nurturing. Goddess Kali, I feel like she picked you up, divine feminine, and she says she knows you mean well, but this is not the way. And she showed you how to burn it down. Seth Rollins, baby, okay? Burn it down. She showed you how to burn it down. And I feel like many of you are maybe afraid to step into that darker feminine energy for a really long time, but I do feel like this has a lot to do with like your ancestors, okay? Many of you have great grandmothers, grandmothers, mothers who have passed on, and they have stopped their journey back to the other worlds in order to assist you. Okay, they went ahead and they seeked out permission from High Council in order to stop their karmic journey. Okay, after passing from this world, okay, they stopped their journey back to the light to come and assist you. Okay, they don't care about the karmic repercussions of that. And that's what I feel like Kali's energy, it really represents. A lot of you have strong divine forces around you that, like, they're really helping you to navigate this journey where you don't lose divine feminine. Okay, a lot of you are, I feel like you're being looked after and rewarded for enduring. Okay, loving in a way where you don't realize the boundaries or the bounds of that love, and so you might have been abused because of it. And I feel like that pisses Kali off more than anything else in the entire world. So she'll have compassion for you. Okay, if she sees that you're the type where you love to the point where you end up getting abused by others, she will always, always, always make sure that she goes after those people who chose to abuse because of love or vulnerability. Okay, that's why she's so protective of women and children. So I do feel like a lot of you have that happening right now where, like, anybody, and I mean anybody who just chose to use your awakening as some kind of mockery. Everybody is experiencing the karmic downfall of doubting you. That's what I feel. You're a mirror to so many right now, divine feminine. Okay, we have nurture and compassion, and I feel like this really stands out because I literally just talked about Kali coming after those of you who, you know, you meant well, but maybe you kind of overdid it. You know, you ignored your own boundaries. So a lot of you had ancestors who were like, I can't move on to the next world. I can feel that there's unfinished business. So that's why many of you have felt the force as well of very strong feminine energies around you. Okay, helping you to remember and awaken your true divinity and your true power. All right, so I'm going to end off this reading with one more goddess card for the Divine Feminine Collective, okay? I want to know what other messages of protection you need right now in order to continue your journey. So we have Receptivity, Goddess Hathor. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So allow yourself to receive. I feel like manifestation is going to be really important for many of you right now. And getting back into meditation and prayer is going to be essential for the Divine Feminines who are walking with Kali right now, because she's literally wanting to bless you with comfort and abundance for everything that you've had to go through. Like, she's pissed that you guys had to love and be abused because of that love. She doesn't care that you guys didn't know about boundaries, and all she knew was that that energy of loving and then getting in trouble because of it, or getting used and abused because of it, you know, then people might look at you and been like, well, you should have had stronger boundaries. Kali doesn't care about that shit. Kali's going to come after you anyway, because she knows the predatory nature behind, well, you should have had boundaries. Like, she feels the predatory nature of somebody coming towards you guys like that. Like, anybody who used and abused you because you chose to like love them and maybe overpour because you meant well, and then you kind of had to face that pain and hurt. Anybody who basically like abused like love, the love that you gave them, they chose to take that and use you. I feel like your goddesses are getting ready to fight back. So many of you get ready to receive like abundance, luxury, love, okay, passion, desire. And you're going to be doing it sitting at a throne where you're going to be untouched. You're going to be experiencing all of the beautiful pleasures of life. Anything that you desire, instantly manifested. Because when Kali's ready to... Oh, there's the lotus. When Kali's ready to come after you, especially like take care of you, come after you, like heal everything within you, she's going to make sure she does it in a way where like you guys are in self-protection mode, and you're definitely in a place of like relaxing your nerves, everything within you, everything that's been shattered, abused. She's there to heal all of that. Okay, we have Medicine Woman as well. You are a channel for divine healing power. Okay, so this is Goddess Ixchel. And I think that a lot of you may be realizing that you have the ability to heal yourself. Okay? Pay attention to your hands, Divine Feminine, and many of you as well who, like, prayer and meditation is very, very, very important for some of you right now. Either getting back into that practice or being able to like tap into your higher guides who are here to assist you, especially if you're struggling to get out of some kind of pattern, something that needs some kind of ending. It's really important for you to just ask for it. Ask for assistance, okay? Don't feel like you deserve what you've been getting. Ask for Kali's help, okay? That's just the strong warning or message that I have coming out for some of you, okay? I hope this message helps in some way. I'm going to try to title it so that it's really specific and that it gets to those of you who may need it at this time. All right. I love you guys. If you guys would like a personal session with me, I am over at hipsy.com. I do one-to-one sessions where we can talk over the phone or we can text. Okay. I'd love to work with you guys one-on-one. Lean on me if you guys are definitely going through a lot of these major changes and you just need someone to talk to. All right. I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.